not there. It may not be. Okay, so important is you don't get it. Please ask me once again. Okay. Yeah, first of all, so what is the first one I said? How to check system configuration.
Okay, sir.
Here we all already we done some PPTs in Google Slides. Okay. What happened to this? It's taking a lot of time. Why? Okay. Let it open. But I will write from here how to check system configuration. What is your system configuration and why? Right. So first of all, I will take if in case you got a question like this. What is your system configuration? So what you have to tell? You know, as I said, like even from people from the computers background, no computers background kind of stuff. Okay, so they'll tell an answer like this. So I am using a touch like this, like a what is your system configuration? They'll tell like this. Lenovo, sir, it is a 16 GB, or maybe it is a Windows. It is a Windows 11. Okay, only one point somewhere like yeah, it is something like it's G15. Okay, or G14. Some name on the laptop or something. Okay, so people never mind what is there inside. Okay, lot of people will tell that kind of answer, but some are really they are very interested in learning knowledge. I'm not telling that one. I'm saying it is already. I told this point. What you have, like you have a mobile. Know about a few basic things about a mobile phone. What is your mobile phone processor? What is the memory? What is the RAM? What is the ROM? What is the memory card, maximum memory card? Okay, what operating system it contains? What version it is there now? Okay, so that just a very simple, right? You're like, what is your mobile phone configuration? We have taken like a laptop or a desktop. What is the CPU? What CPU you are using? What RAM you are using? Okay, what is your um, RAM? What is the availability of RAM? What is your hard disk? Total hard disk. Availability space in the C drive. What operating system you are using? What operating system you are using? Like this. Know about your system configuration. So these are the things. What is your CPU model? What is your RAM? Also know, check and know these things. Availability of RAM. Currently available. Available RAM. Total RAM. Availability of RAM. Current availability of RAM. So these are optional, guys. This is not compulsory. These are all optional part. Okay. How to tell it is optional? Like I put a hashtag. Just it is optional part, like a comment. Okay. Next, how much free uh, C drive space? We are all using Windows only, so better to know your main drive. How much free space you have? Okay, C drive mainly. You can use any word. So C drive, free space. And an operating system. What kind of operating system you are using? Windows 10 or Windows 11, which edition you are using? Okay. These are things you should know about it. How to know, that is I will tell, but why to know is important. Why we should know it? Why we need to know system configuration? Of course, why I am teaching this one? 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay. Sorry. So why we should know? So in generally, of course, they'll ask a question in interview, right? The recorder is there. Yes, yes. It's fine. In interview, they ask a question: what is your system configuration? What is your system configuration? You can see, yeah, share your configuration of your computer. Okay, how to find a configuration of system? Because the people are asking in interview, so that's why we are learning. Very pretty straightforward, right? We should not tell no. Why should you know? Interviewer ask why should you know? How do you know about your system configuration? And you say an answer. Sorry, it is. They will ask in interview. That's why we are learning. Okay. So problem with our education system is also like that, right? So why it is important? It is because of they will ask in a examination. Okay. So why should we learn about a plant? So then, or maybe why should we learn about some like a, some Java, or maybe a computer technology, or maybe a mathematics? Why should we learn the particular chapter? Because they'll ask an examination. Same way, okay. This is an interview question. That's why we are learning first of all. But very important is, guys, for example, you want to install application. Before installation of application, before installation of the application, before installation of the application, so check minimum and recommended uh, recommended to install that application. Which recommended minimum hardware requirements. Okay. System requirements. So we'll cut this one. Minimum are recommended system requirements to install of the application. For example, I will take some example. I want to install some application. Okay. For example, I want to install Eclipse. You guys know, right? Eclipse. So I want to install Eclipse IDE. So minimum system requirements. Minimum system requirements. So this is requirement minimum and recommended. Minimum and recommended. So this is the system requirements, both minimum and just for example. Just for example, this is want to install IDE, Eclipse IDE. So I want to know minimum requirements. Then what are the system requirements? I found here it is. The requirement is the compulsory install a Java JDK inside. Okay. Minimum is 1.4 means the very minimum part. At least minimum you have a 5 or a greater. Of course, now you have a 18, 19 version is also there, but there are saying recommended means that is the least. This is a very least. This is starting. Okay. You required a memory. Memory means your RAM capacity. Minimum available memory is 1 GB. Like 1 GB recommended, 1 GB or more. Okay. 5 GB. Minimum system. Free disk space 300 MB is enough space. Better to have a more than 1 GB free disk space. Okay. So minimum processor speed 800 megahertz. So better it should have a 1.5 gigahertz or more. So if you know your system configuration, can you able to install this particular application or not? Can you able to install this particular application or not if you know your system configuration? And that versions also there, guys. Is just I open it, I got it. But if you go originally the new versions are there now. So this is not a new version. It is a new version. You can find a 20, 22, 23 kind of stuff. So go there and find out what are the system configuration. It's a 2020 system. Better always go to their own website. Okay, guys, do not download or do not much trust about a third party websites. These are all are a third party only. Important is must better always go with the original website. Make sure it is a original website also. So I'm going directly Eclipse just to showing how to find it. Project work group members. I need a download. Okay. So yeah, either IDE and tools. Okay, this is the new IDE version 2022 and 09. Open JDK runtime, and here it is showing some other kind of open JDK kind of stuff. So this is a certain engines and all kind of stuff. All projects download today. To download what are the requirements also we can try to get it. So I open need help. So what are the packages? It's a Mac 64-bit or a ARC 64-bit for Mac, Windows, Linux kind of stuff. How to download, execute, install, okay, and launch. But where somewhere you will find what are the minimum requirements package downloading. This is for a installation guide only, but usually like you go to certain applications, you go to system certain applications, main website itself, they will tell what are the minimum system requirements. Better to know what are the system requirements. You will find the related links or somewhere you will get it. So this is a Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins showing a flag. So stand with Ukraine. So it's another way to tell to stop the war. Good. That is a good answer. You can go to documentation, download. Just want to show you how to check the minimum requirements part. Learn about verifying Jenkins download hardware and software requirements. See, hardware and software requirements. So it is minimum requirement is 256 of RAM, 1 GB of disk space, although 10 GB is recommended. But it is a minimum hardware requirements. Recommended 4 GB of RAM and it is 50 GB of disk space. And Java web browser operating system, Windows or Linux operating system. Java is also Java requirement is there if we have to install before Java, that is Java 11 and Java 17 supporting. Actually Java 8 support. Now 8 is also gone, so then it is showing upgrading existing Jenkins support from 8 to 11. See, as I know earlier, it support 8 and 11. Now it is upgrading Java version to 11. So now it is minimum is 11. So otherwise you can use 17 is also supporting. Others may not support. Okay, I have to install this one. Then I will try. Yeah, already I have 11. Okay, guys. So this is the point I want to try to say. So when you want to install any application, check their minimum or a recommended. So what is I'm trying to open? Minimum or a recommended. Okay, so whether your system configuration fulfilling this recommended or not. Minimum is least to install, but you really want to work with it, recommended. So find out a minimum and a recommended system requirements. Okay, so this is the one of the main reason we are using. Second, if you know availability of RAM, means for example in my PC my current RAM capacity is 12 GB. Okay, it is a 4 plus 8 total it 12 GB. Can you see availability is 5.4. If you know the availability RAM, you know available RAM and available means C drive, disk space, read space, free disk space, or you can choose so drive space it is. First of all, if you know the availability of RAM, so then you can choose whether you run more applications or a particular application, more apps or a particular application, okay, a particular application, or you have to close some applications, you can choose it. So how it is? Look at here, guys. Sometimes the lot of applications are running, it consumes more and more RAM capacities. More applications running in your system, more RAM capacity it is consuming. And your availability of RAM will be reduced. So you cannot run further. System will become slower. System will become slower. So it is available RAM is less. System was slow. Runs slow. Okay, what it is? Better to close unused apps. Okay, end task Okay. Task the processes. Like you can go to the process management, choose the task and right click and end the task. Okay, but not always required, like a not required task. Okay, currently not required. If available memory is more, or you can say good memory availability is there, then it is good. You can run the application. Okay. But you can run the system better way. Third point. So this all comes under system maintenance also, guys. Okay. If your C drive free disk space is very less, or at least less, you can see, I will show you my C drive, current C drive. So how to see the C drive free space, like this PC C drive. In Windows, C drive is OS drive. We all know. What is the C drive contains? Anyone? Only C drive contains C drive for operating system. That is for in Windows only. So in Linux we don't have C drive. Okay, so in Windows only C drive means it's a Windows. It stores operating system and application and user profile data. That's it. Means documents, pictures, that kind of stuff. Okay, so important files, user profile data. That's it. So profile data means documents, desktop data on the desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos. So if you go to this and if that data in this kind of stuff is your profile data. What is user's profile data? Desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos. These are all users profile data. Of course, contacts are there, links also there. You want that one separately? I will write that. Data in the desktop, data in the documents, pictures, videos. That's why in a world system we have a like my documents, my pictures, my music. That is a thing is there. Downloads, contacts, and so many few more things. So those are all a profile data. See, your C drive stores this kind of stuff. For example, I want to install an application. So you check the minimum requirements. Say minimum and recommended disk space and decide and check your free disk space. And check the free disk space. If it is available, you can install. And I'm also again showing my C drive is 20 GB is available. So for example, I want to install an application. It's take maximum less than 1 GB. It's a 200 MB, 300 MB, no problem. 20 GB is available. Even it is showing red color, but 20 GB is available. For example, I want to install, there is a 10 GB application is there. I want to install a game or 10 GB is required. So I don't install in C drive. I will install in a other drive. For example, This is my Z drive. I installed certain applications in Z drive also. See this is my Oracle 21C. I installed here in the Z drive separately because it take more space. I'll show you how much it is. It is taking okay 9 GB it is taking. If in case I install in that one in C drive, it take more space. Okay, and also I installed certain applications in these locations. Okay, also here I didn't install anything. Okay, so here also I deleted so many things, but still it is there. Okay guys, it is 20 GB. So few points again, these are all maintenance related. So you want to install an application, check the minimum and recommended disk space and check your free disk space. Apps related minimum and recommended this, and check your system requirement and then decide. Okay, in case the drive is not enough, what I'm typing, not enough space. Yeah, why it is I'm typing, mind suddenly stop getting the here I'm typing differently. No, yeah, this is correct one, right? ENOU. Yeah, okay, is not enough space. In case the C drive is not enough space, what you do? Try to install in different drive. This is option number 1. This is option number 1. Second, delete or uninstall old or old or not used, unused or not required applications. Okay, so delete or uninstall old or unused or not required applications. Okay, in case the C drive is not enough space, C drive is not having enough space, so try to install in a different drive. In case your C drive like you have to store in the C drive only, or you don't have any other drive, better to delete data or applications or uninstall your old or unused applications or a recommended application, old or unused or recommended applications. Delete or transfer data Okay, so not required data, not compulsory required in the C drive. So that is better to delete or transfer. More free space in C drive is always better performance. Now, a lot of people will complain, sir, my system is very slow. It is because of virus. Everything we cannot throw on the virus only. Everything we cannot throw on the virus only. Okay. Sometimes better to check the total drive. Okay. Check total drive and free space. Okay, total drive and free space. I will show you here it is, guys. This is a C drive. I'm going to properties of it. It's a total drive is 218. It's a 218 GB capacity. Used space is 197 and availability is 20. Originally operating system, maximum operating system and application not more than 50 GB, 60 GB, 70 GB. But it is availability is 20 because of unnecessary applications, unnecessary data is there in my C drive. Okay, temporary files. These are all so many things may be there. Second is some people think, like as I said, some people think it's a C drive, operating system drive, and SAR told it is not required more than 50 GB. But I am given 100 GB. Now system disk is showing a full. C drive given 100 GB only. Now it is very slow. That is also because if you are using a keep using system, your C drive will be full. Compulsory check the availability memory. So it need at least 20 to 30 GB free space. At least 20 to 30 GB free space. And according to your RAM also there. According to your RAM, also you have to maintain a free space because of there is a page memory or a swap memory is there. For example, you are using 4 GB of RAM. Additionally, 6 GB of C drive must be here to keep free space. Plus, additionally some extra spaces. You have to calculate according to it, and you have to maintain the C drive. So larger the C drive, it does not record. Again, C drive is not record 500 GB. So SAR said 100 is not enough. I will put a 500 for a C drive, and I will load all the applications and everything. So entire 500 GB I am dedicated to C drive only. No other drives. I am dedicated entire C drive for a 500 GB. Okay. So no other drives. I install applications, data and everything in the C drive only. That is very dangerous. Okay. Guys, compulsory store the data in separate drives. Separate drives. Store your data separate drives. In generally, as a desktop users, our foremost important is data. Whether it is a normal documents or a personal files or company files or music files or a video files, whatsoever it is. So data is very important because operating system we are changing it. Profile data only we lost. That is also the profile data also better to move to other drives. Okay. So that's it is a C drive it is. So not required to give entire your 500 GB or 1 terabyte to C drive. You can still create a drive partitions and you can put a data separately. Only try to maintain your operating system and applications and some of your profile data, basic data, it is should be there. Okay. We download a lot of data, right? So we download generally a lot of data from internet. So I will show you. Already I showed. Okay, already I showed my C drive. It is a 20 GB and showing in a red color. I want to gain more space. So better to delete any unnecessary data. See, this is my downloads, C drive, downloads. I have lot of data. What is this? Sound. Right? So if I feel this is no longer required, so better I have to delete it and uninstall the applications if I no longer required. I find something which is just now. I keep downloads and that is it is having so many things. Not exactly that one. I found something which is I don't require. That is your Android backend kind of stuff. I'm not using now, so I don't require that one. See how many WhatsApp I have downloaded applications, but it's look like a very less space. Even though better to delete it. Fewer repeated downloads are there. Fewer repeated downloads, new versions. It is 2019 version. It is taking a 500 MB, almost 400 MB, more than 400. I'm deleting that blue stack. Okay. So see, this is also something blue stack. I'm not using. It is unnecessary for me. Okay. So look at here. This is my last week. All class videos. It is around 1.96 GB. Okay, I'm also deleting last week recorded videos. I have still lot of videos are there, are checked by size wise. Okay, so in all files, this is the highest size. So I thought I removed lot of. Oh, it is there. It is categorized. No problem. This is maximum 500 GB is a biggest file I have. Okay, earlier we have very big file. 4 GB, 5 GB files are there. I deleted it. And few are not at all required. You have to compulsory check it, and then you can better to delete it if it is no longer required. Okay. So anyway, I will download a new Eclipse, so I don't require. Then I will delete it. Okay. Few things we cannot able to get it again, so then we'll keep it. First one is deleted data from your C drive if any direct data is there, or maybe like a downloads, from documents, any unnecessary data or very old data is there. Okay, you can delete. See, it is 2014 data. You may not useful for now. Okay, musics, pictures, videos. Okay, so unnecessary data is there, then better to delete it. That's my point. Second one is uninstall the application. Okay. Uninstall older unused application. How to uninstall the application? Go to control panel. Instead of telling how to check the system configuration, I am telling how to maintain the basic system. If you are understanding good, I will ask you whether you are understanding or not. But this is programs and features. So it's very simple, guys. Go to control panel. You can put a large icons, or you can go to programs kind of stuff like this. Programs and feature, uninstall a program. So like this also you can go for it. So control panel, programs and features. First of all, go here. Find out any unused applications are there, or any application taking more space than recommended, or taking more space. For CT, you can see 1.22 GB it is taking. I'm not using this one regularly. I don't require this application. Okay, but still it is there. Or maybe this is an atom, so then I don't require this atom setup here. For example, I can delete it. Apple mobile devices. So not required. Sometimes we ignore, like it's a 4 GB, 4 MB only. It is a 104 MB. It is not a big one. This is the big one. This is not a big one. But still, if you are using this application, so whether it is big or small, does not matter. We'll keep it. If you are not using this, even whether it is big or small, better to delete it. That's a very simple question. And size wise also you can search. Anyway, we talk in a size wise. So it is taking more than 8 GB. This is taking 4.36 GB. Even it is not in a C drive. This application not stored in a C drive. It is stored in my G drive. Okay. So this is 1.4. This is 1.11. But this is my everyday use. Without this one, I can't work. I can't do labs. Okay. So it is important. It is sometimes when I take in a class, we need to cut some part in it. Then better it is I use this one. Not very heavy use of video editing. I don't do. I don't know how to edit a video also. Just I try sometimes. Webpacks. Intunes are not required. You can delete it. So you can choose by size or by you can choose by application, which is which application is you are currently using, which application is not currently using or not required to use. It is a far cry. It is take more than 10 GB, 15 GB like that. It is not showing any space. Far Cry 3 game is not completed. That's why I'm not deleted. There is a two are still there. Far Cry 1 and Far Cry 3, two completed. Okay, so that's the point, guys. Uninstall the application, very simple. Select it, go for uninstall and uninstall it. So if you are uninstall your old unused or not required applications and you deleted data or transfer data into separate drive, your C drive will become more free space. You can see my C drive become little free. So red to blue color. Red to blue color means so maximum or less than 80% data is there, not more than 80%. Okay. So unnecessary data you deleted or unnecessary applications you are uninstalled. So then obviously you will gain more space for C drive. It will give better performance also. Okay. So that is the main importance. I have told only 3 points in this one. I will tell so many other points also there. Okay. There is some more points are there, but here it is. I will tell why we should check what is your system knowing about your system configuration, why we should know system configuration, and it is also used too for maintenance also. One of the things when you install an application, so you must know the application minimum requirements and verify with your system requirements so whether it is suitable to install or not. For example, one of my brother is belongs to mechanical is want to install a SolidWorks. It is heavy application. Minimum 8 GB RAM is required. That time he has only 4 GB RAM. Then what we done? So already 4 GB RAM is there. Now we add another 8 GB RAM. Then it is we install an application. Okay. So that is in when you check your system requirements, both software requirements and hardware requirements is there. So make sure that it is suitable or not. Okay. Next, why you should know the availability of RAM. If you know the how much availability RAM is there, based on that we can run the application or close the background applications or close additional applications. It is a 5.1 GB. If I open more tabs like this with a different things like this, Okay, so like this. Say, I open more tabs. Very simple. One application, more tabs. So it is 4.7, 4.6. So where it is a 5.4, 5.1, 4.6, 4.5, like that it is. So availability will be decreases by running multiple applications or multiple tabs. It's a nonsense comment. Okay, so better if you are not using, we are not using W3 skills now. Our topic is not there here, right? I'm not studying anything from CloudX Lab currently, so close it. I'm not doing mails, right? Yeah, if I need something like a Java T point, or maybe I want to find out about something related to networking and I want to study about it. I want to install about it. So what I have to do it? Better to you keep it. Otherwise, better to close it. So it is unused one is there. Okay, so better to know your availability RAM. So it is 5G. So we can increase your RAM capacity, availability RAM. So more RAM available, better performance. Again, point is more available RAM, better performance, better speed. Is better speed of the system. Not how much big RAM you are using. Your RAM can be a 16 GB or 8 GB. Okay, your RAM can be a 16 GB or 8 GB or 4 GB. Okay, how much RAM availability, that is important. How much RAM availability? More the RAM, better performance. More free disk space, better performance. Okay, more CPU available, of course, better performance. So check the availability RAM. If system is slow, so RAM is slow. Yeah, already here it is I have written, I forget. Okay. If availability and RAM is less, your system obviously slow. Better to close unused application and the task of a certain process which is not required. Okay. RAM is more, it is good. Okay. So more and good. I said more are a good. Why? Because of it is purely depends upon total RAM and available RAM. You have a 4 GB RAM, 2 GB available. It is good, very good. Okay, 4 GB total RAM. Available is 2 GB, 50%, more than 50% is available. You have a 12 GB RAM, 5 GB available. It means around 7 GB is consumed, 6.6 GB in use. So you are utilizing lot of RAM. You are utilizing lot of RAM. Windows 10 use 2 GB, maximum 4 GB, but you are utilizing 6.6 GB. 2 GB minimum to run the Windows 10. 4 GB Windows 10 with application enough. Maximum. Okay. It consuming 6.7. It means a lot of background applications are running. So that's it is in use is high. It is not even as 5.5 is not good. At least I should get a more than 70 to 8 GB I have to get it. But I'm getting 5. So still not good. Okay. Not good. But I'm getting more. I got a more, but not good. System runs good because availability RAM is there, more there, not 1 GB, not 5 MB, not 2 MB. It is better is there. So try to understand the comparison between um, uh, total RAM capacity and available memory. C drive free disk space is very is less and all. I already told this one. Delete data, uninstall applications, make it better space. So your C drive you are mainly used for your operating system and applications, of course your user profile data. You can transfer your user profile data to other drives and uninstall the application which you are not required or it is very old, not using. Old means not using, unused, not required. So you install an application which is not required to be there. You can delete the. Okay, to maintain the system, there is a lot of other points also there. I think so, guys. One important, that is, are you understand all these 3 points or at least 1 point? Or which point you understand, which point you don't understand? I keep telling now, so that's why we are almost like a disconnecting mode. Or you feel bored? Originally, I don't tell this point. I'll tell how to check system configuration. Nothing, no one is speaking. Guys, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then I'm asking, which part you understand? Do you understand this one? If you
Yes,
got a
sir.
question,
3 topics.
if you
Yes, sir.
got
I
a question, what
understand the
is your
topics.
system configuration? You have to tell about CPU, RAM, hard disk, and operating. Second part I told, why should we check the
Why
system?
should we install the application?
Why should we check the system configuration? It is helpful while you are installing an application. Application related minimum requirements. You want to install some application. Check the application minimum and recommended system requirements. If it is suitable to install, we can install it, including operating system suitability is there. I will give you OS suitability. I will tell. If you try to install Python 3, you can't install in a Windows 7. Okay. Okay. We can't install in a Windows 7 operating system. Okay. You know, you try to install a Docker. Docker cannot be installed in the Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10 lower editions. Current update versions are no problem, but lower edition of Windows 10's Docker won't install. So like that. So OS compatibilities. Okay, hardware compatibility, free disk space, memory, available memory, and software requirements. So there are so many things when you are installing an application. Another one is why we should know the availability of RAM. Lesser availability RAM as compared to your usage. Lesser availability RAM, slower. More available RAM is better performance. Very simple. Next one I said better to check your hard disk, and there is a C drive for your operating system and application, and better to store all other data into separate drives. Okay, so then if you are having a lesser free space in the C drive, then it is slower performance. So better to delete unnecessary data or maybe transfer the data into other drives. Uninstall the applications which is not required. Uninstall the heavy applications from C drive. Okay, to get more space. Okay, or otherwise heavy applications not enough space. Better to store in. Better to store in separate drives. One second. Hello. Instead of telling, yeah, this is a one point, guys. Sometimes when we are taking class, I will get this customer care class kind of calls. So, okay. So in that one, I always tell the point, guys. Always try to stick to the point. So means the person want to listen what exactly what it is, not the story of entire thing like a good morning, thanks for your presence, if you give me a 2 minutes and I will give you explain so how you 2 days. These are all very good willing, so very good hospitality, but other person not have a patient to listen all these kind of stuff. Then what to do? Better to tell them point. I ask him 2 times what is the point, and last time, last part, last third time also I asked what is the point, why you called me, and still telling a story. Okay, that's it. Yeah, sorry guys, not sorry. I told 2 points. So important point I didn't told. So I will tell this one. How to check system configuration. If you need a break, I will give you a break also. You can check your system configuration from task manager. Another one is DS diag. Okay, the caps are not required. Small letters also works. One more is DX diag, and the third party tools also you can use it. MS info 32. Next, press the Windows button. Just press the Windows, or you can say Windows logo is there now. Press that one. So that is called the Start menu button. Start button or a Start menu button. Windows or a Start menu button or a Start button. So why is it Start menu? Because lot of people start means power button. No, no, not Start button. This is the Start button. There you can go to settings, or you can go to settings directly also. Settings, system, drag, you will find about. There you will find it. Or you can go to search. You can go to search, then about my PC or about your PC, something like this. Like this search, type about your PC. Directly it will open your PC. Actually, it should be a okay. So these are the main things. So DX diag, MS info 32, and system about settings, and there is a command is also there. You can use a command to know some information like a system info.exe. Next one is there is a third party tools. third party means separate tools are there. One is like a CPU Z. You can use CPU Z. So one more is there, the spicy. So I will show you that one how it is look like. This is space SPECCY. So these are the two things, but so many other things also there. You can use it. So to how to check your system configuration, but whatever the thing you're checking it, what is information you should get it, what is about your CPU, RAM and disk and your operating system. These four are very important. Okay, so which one you are using? That one based on it. So one by one guys, first one is task manager. How to open a task manager. How to open a task manager. So this is task manager already there. If you see this taskbar, right click task manager. Okay, this is the task manager. Click on task manager. Okay, this is the task manager. I'm going to performance CPU. What is my CPU here? So this is a Windows Ink feature in our Windows 10. I'm using a full screen snip. Guys, are you able to see the screen? Okay, look at here. This is your CPU configuration. Intel i5 3230M 2.6 GHz. This is the system configuration. In CPU, what are the things in the CPU you have to check it? I didn't written there, but I will write now. So about a CPU, in that one, company is there like a Intel. It is a Intel CPU or AMD CPU. Okay, which model it is? For example, is it a i3 kind of stuff or i5 kind of stuff? Is it i7? Okay, is it a Ryzen model? AMD type Ryzen 5 or Ryzen 7? So model number is also there. Generations are there. Generation type is also there. Okay, so speed in the sense of that gigahertz part. Number of cores. Each processor having number of cores. Number of logical processors, or also you can set like a threads. Number of cores, number of threads, and finally find out what is its cache memory. So L3 cache memory, mainly L3 cache memory. Okay, so look at here. See my processor. What is this? It is i5 3230M model, means it is a third generation. It is a third generation. You want a big picture like you can see. This is the Intel processor, i5 processor, third generation 3230M model and 2.6 GHz processor. Of course, here it is 2.6 GHz processor and number of cores 2, number of logical processor are 4, L3 cache memory 3. Of course, you can see L1 and L2 cache memories also. And there is a virtualization is enabled. Nowadays we are having a 32-bit and 64-bit systems. Okay, bit, which bit? So 32-bit or a 64-bit. About knowing your system, but in Intel you no need to tell everything. You have to tell very basic information. Is a 32-bit system or a 64-bit system? Virtualization enabled or disabled? Okay, that's the future is there. So we'll discuss that one. What is the use of that one? Okay, so guys, these are the information you should check it. So once again, you want to see, I will show you what are the things you can see here. Intel i5 3230M 2.6 GHz virtualization enabled, 2 cores, 4 logical processor, 3 MB L3 cache memory, and of course L1 and L2 cache memory is also there. Current utilization is 37%. This is about your CPU. Next one is memory. Guys, understand what are the things you have to check in the CPU?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So this is the memory. So how much RAM I have? 12 GB. And what model it is? DDR3. Speed is 1600 megahertz. 1600 megahertz. It's a slot 2 of 2 means I use 2 RAMs. One RAM is 4 GB and another RAM is 8 GB. That's why I'm getting 12 GB total. 2 of 2 means I used the 2 RAMs. Sodium package, of course, it is a laptop, it is sodium package. Current available memory is 5 GB in my PC. So main is my total memory is 12 GB and model is DDR3 and 1600 megahertz speed. So what are the things you can see in the RAM? Size of the RAM, that is in GBs nowadays. Okay, size of the RAM. Next model, which model it is? DDR3, DDR4 or DDR5 also came into market. Okay, speed, clock speed kind of stuff. It can be a 1600 megahertz or maybe it is a 2400 megahertz or it can be a 3100 megahertz. Okay, it can be any size. Of course, I said available memory. Yes, all are not required. All are, when you are telling an answer, tell about a size and model. At least size. At least size. Okay. And of course, number of RAMs used. 2 of 2, 1 of 2. 1 of 2 means out of 2 slots, only one slot used. One slot is available. 2 of 2, both slots you are used. Okay, 2 of 2 means both slots. RAM has in laptop we have a 2 slots. So both slots I put a 2 RAMs. Okay. Which RAM, what capacity we don't know here. And this is hard disk. This is hard disk. See this, I have a 2 hard disk, guys. Do not worry. This is one hard disk. This hard disk having 3 drives, CFD drives, and the capacity is 466 means it is a 500 GB hard disk capacity. Okay, it is a 500 GB. And next one is, you can see disk 1. It is 932, means it's a 1 terabyte. And type is SSD. Hard disk is SSD type. Sorry, HDD, hard disk, not SSD, it is hard disk. Sir, E drive, G drive, H drive comes under this. Two hard disks are there. You know how I connected two hard disks? I have already one hard disk is there, that is a disk 0, 0 hard disk. And there is a DVD. I have a DVD drive. I removed a DVD drive. I put a candy. Okay, means there is some arrangement. In this one, I can put a hard disk and insert it. Remove the hard DVD drive and insert this one. So this is become my second hard disk. Like that, I added another hard disk because I need a storage more. Okay. And other information also you can get it, guys. Your Wi-Fi adapter, your IP address, your data running speed also you will get it. And your GPU, if you have a graphic card, then it will show us how much is your graphical memory. What is your dedicated graphic card memory? Okay, so you can get this kind of information from here, but you don't find whether it is a Windows 10 or not, or Windows 8 or Windows 11. You don't find it, but you will find this information from the task manager. Okay, so of course additionally about my network connection, like whether it is currently I'm using Ethernet or a Wi-Fi. Okay, and their details. Okay, the details about the network and GPU information. This is additional information we should know. Okay, so in a task manager, what are the things I found from the task manager? I know from my about my CPU, my RAM, my available RAM, my hard disk, just a disk, whether it is hard disk or SSD. I found that one. I don't know about my operating system, but I understand my network related. So what is my Wi-Fi adapter related information? I found it, including IP address also. I found about my GPU. Okay, so this is what we have find from the task manager. Task manager can be opened in a different ways. Guys, first of all, understand task manager can be opened from the different ways. Right click on taskbar, that is general, CTRL, control, alt, delete. Okay, I can't show you that one because my screen will be closed. There you can see the task manager. You can open the task manager. You can go to search, type task manager. You can go to run or command prompt also you can do it. This thing you can put a task mgr. So this is the way to go to task manager, and these are the information you will get it. Yeah, of course I will show you remaining also, guys. DX diag. So this is called run. In the run, type DX diag. Go to run, type DX diag. Guys, DX diag is not mainly for checking system configuration, like a task manager to manage the task, not to check the system configuration, but you will get a system configuration, some information important. DX diag is a DirectX diagnostic tool. What is this? DX it's a DirectX diagnostics tool, but you are getting a very important information. So, when we are want to say like someone ask, please check my system configuration with the operating system. So it is, you find an operating system, your processor, your memory, that is a, and your computer name. Okay, and if you go to display and render, you'll find your graphic card. This is mainly for graphic memory purpose only. This is mainly for your graphic memory purpose only. Display memory is 2 GB, approximately total memory, shared memory something. Okay, so this is the my dedicated graphic card, means separate graphic card. This is integrated graphics. Okay, so you purchase a laptop or a desktop, you want to check what is the graphic memory, you can find it. Display memory, that is very important. Total memory, this is shared memory line. This is the original RAM, 2 GB graphic card it is. Okay, so what we are getting here, guys? Tell me. We are getting your computer name. You want to know your computer name also, you'll get it from here. Your operating system, Windows 10 home. Next, your CPU information, basic CPU information, and your RAM, total RAM capacity. Your display related means graphic card. So MS Info 32. MS Info 32. Guys, if you don't know how to open this run, okay, you can put it in a search also. Okay, to open this run, Windows plus R run will open. So I'll show you in the search also. You can open from search MS Info 32. So this is a system information. Open system information. Okay, so here it is, operating system name, and then you will find are you 64 or 32-bit, system type, your processor. So Intel i5 3230M 2.6 GHz 2 core 4 logical processor, and your RAM capacity. Your time zone is there, other details are there. This is the one. Another important is your hard disk also, you can find it. Go to components, storage, disk. Okay, so this is a 500 GB hard disk, 1 GB, 1 terabyte hard disk is also there here. Okay, so you can find from this one. So important is some memory, operating system, system type, your processor, and installed physical memory. MS Info 32. So what I found, first of all, operating system type, processor, RAM, installed RAM, not available RAM kind of stuff, you don't find it. Next, you have to go to one place to get a disk, that is called components, storage, disk. There you will find disk information. Okay. So this is MS info 32, also called as system information. This is very important one, but we are not showing more in this one. That's it. So you can see this hardware resources. There you can find IO addressing, IO memory related addresses. You can find it. Each and every device having a IO number, and IRQ, interrupt request queues, also available here. Okay, so you'll find a lot of information from it, but we don't check that one. So in general, conflicts and sharings. Okay, so it is same IRQ number for my graphic card and my Ethernet card also. Okay, and here also there's some memory address related kind of conflicts also there. Conflict and sharing. Okay, if it is a conflict system, don't work. Okay, so it's maybe a sharing addresses. This is IRQ and this is this one. IRQ 16, IRQ 16, IRQ 16. Yeah, just see what is that IRQ part also. Additionally, you are getting. No, don't worry. That is another tool, guys. How to check? Yeah, start menu, Windows button. This is settings, guys. Please see this settings. System. First one is system, and down it is about. See, it is my system name, my processor, my installed RAM, system type 64-bit OS, 64-bit processor, my operating system. So all are we got it, except hard disk we are getting all the information. Okay. So this is directly open and knowing about this one. What we got from here, again see, processor, CPU, processor or a CPU, your RAM, system type, main 64-bit kind of stuff, your operating system and operating system version. Okay, operating system and operating system version. So same thing, same about. I went like this, right? Or I can go to search. So press search button. This is search button. About your PC, you'll get directly that information. To know if you want to shop and you want to know the laptop configuration, very simple. Go to search and type about your PC or about your computer kind of stuff. So you find your processor, installed RAM, system type, and your operating system version. Next one is in the command prompt you have to do systeminfo.exe. So I'm going to my command prompt. This is the command prompt, systeminfo.exe or not, no problem, it will execute. Okay, so there you will find some information, not all information, but you are getting a operating system name and OS version. Okay, and manufacturer, system type, one processor installed. That's only you're getting. Not processor name I cannot able to see, but processor installed, total physical memory, and virtualization enable or not. What is your IP address? So somewhere it will be there. It's not showing my original. Yeah, here it is. This is my original IP address. This is my adapter connection name is Wi-Fi. This is my IP address, and also virtualization enabled related things means Hyper-V requirements are yes. Okay, mainly Hyper-V requirement part only we'll see this one, but we are getting other information. Okay. Third party tools. I have a spicy, then I will show you the spicy, then we'll complete. Okay, so I'm keep telling guys, whether you are understanding or not, I didn't ask you again. Guys are understanding what is DX diag, how to open DX diag, how to open this about. Anything? Okay, so last one is about a spicy. You can see from with this one what you will get it. The window is I look like it is very smaller. No, it is bigger, but I didn't feel any difference. So I will enlarge with this one only by cutting from here. It's a summary only, so we can increase the size. Okay, see it is operating system Windows 10 Home, operating system single language. Okay, CPU i5-3230M. Okay, so I got my operating system CPU and RAM DDR3 model 12 GB, dual channel, 2 channels I used, and this is some coding is there. Okay, motherboard something it is showing, and my graphic card it is showing, my Lenovo internal memory. This is 2 hard disk I have, 2 hard disk it is showing. Optical drive is remote, so then it is not detected, and I have a audio. Okay, so are we getting everything? Operating system, your CPU, your RAM, your storage, total storage. Okay, you can go to each one, go to summary, operating system, CPU, RAM, motherboard, graphics, storage, optical drive, audio, peripherals, and network. If you go to each and every option, you will get some information like this. Okay, about an operating system and their internal kind of stuff. CPU coding, CPU cache memories. Okay, that entire thing. How many cores are active? Okay. Okay, RAM. How many slots are there? Each slot, what is installed? Slot base. It is slot 1, 8 GB. In slot 1, 8 GB. In slot 2, 4 GB. It is 4 GB. Okay. Storage. How many hard disks you have? How many partitions you have done? So that entire information you are getting. Of course, peripherals and the network related things also we are getting. But this is Spicy is a third-party tool. I download and install from it. To know certain information, including like if you want to know about whether your CPU is enabled with virtualization, like you want to install a virtual machines, you want to do certain things, like you can go to these instructions, VMX, NX, okay, that this kind of stuff is enabled or not, virtualization is enabled or not, that is, see, virtualization is enabled, hyperthreading is supported and enabled, means multi-core processing is enabled, and virtualization is enabled means you can create and run the virtual machines in the your PC. Okay, that is a possibility is there. Okay, these are the third-party tools. So I open, this is also belongs to your CC cleaner. Okay, so means that is speech, some symbol is there. PDF form, it gives some speech kind of symbol. No, I don't want any. So you can download freely. There's a pro is there, we don't require, we download freely, and you can see detailed reporting about your hardware kind of stuff. This is advanced PC insights, professional and with the CC cleaner, advanced PC insights site, automatic updates, priority support recommended for home users, and it is the cost is 640 rupees, and this is cost is 990 rupees. Recovery professional, you will get it. CC cleaner professional, you are getting it, plus all these things, driver update and all. Guys, better to do always manually. Do not use certain third-party tools to do your work. Okay, some are okay to see if you are don't know how to look at normally. Okay, so that's the point. Some things you cannot able to do it. Finally, once you find your system configuration, put it in a one place and make them as a simple answer. So what is my system configuration? So finally, whatever it is, what are the way you find the your system configuration, finally put finally tell your system configuration. My system is Intel i5 3230M. Okay, you should follow all the procedure, not required. What are the thing you follow, but we need to get the details. That's it. Okay, and the speed is 2.60 gigahertz processor. It's a two-core, 4 logical processors, 4-thread processor it is. Okay, and it is a 64-bit processor. It's a 64-bit processor. And I have a RAM capacity, that is total RAM is 12 GB, and I'm using DDR3 model. And I have an hard disk. Total hard disk is 500 GB. Two hard disks are there. So one is 500 GB plus 1 TB. Two hard disks are there. Okay. Next one is I have an operating system, that is my Windows 10 Home Edition. Of course, that is also 64-bit. So compulsory. That is enough. Not required. Means this is enough. This is also not required. This is enough. Enough. And as I said earlier, okay, so that is, I told a lot of things. Maybe you get confused when I'm telling this requirements and all. Why? Because of I am telling a lot of things. But these are all very useful to know when you are working with your computer. Okay, whatever the work you are doing it. For example, I do most of the things with my virtual machines. Like you can see here, it is a VMware workstation. I create a virtual machines. I installed operating system inside, like a Linux, Windows, like that. Okay, see, it is Windows XP virtual machine. It is okay. It is a Windows XP installed in this machine. Okay, so this is a 2003 server. This is 2012 server. These are all Windows 2016 or 2019 server. Windows 10, Linux. Okay, like this, we have a lot of machines here. This is for our SD batches. This is I created a sample virtual machines. This is Windows 10. Okay, I work with these machines, so I have to see always my availability of RAM, how much is RAM is available, like that. Okay, how much disk space is available. See, here it is. See, H drive, it is contains all my virtual machines data. Because of number of virtual machines are created but not deleted after usage. So it is out of 500 GB, I am getting only 32 GB available. Not out of 500, 531 GB, 531 GB total capacity. Only 32.9 GB is free space. It means almost all 500 GB I given for my virtual machines. Okay. So if I delete something, so I will get a more space. If I keep like that, no free space. That's a very simple, right? So keep tracking of this space. So it is become a daily part of working with computer. It is not about interview. It is not about any other things. Of course, about interview, the entire last part is very important. Means how to check system configuration. How to check system configuration. What is your system configuration? How to check system configuration. What is your system configuration? And I told what is the importance of checking your system things also, like to install an application or maybe to run an application, or your system is slow, how to take care about it. So about your C drive and how to make a free space in the more free space in the C drive. Guys, understand anything, any point? First a big bomb. No one is speaking at all. No problem, guys. Don't feel shy. No one will shout you. I stop recording anyway.